Wow, I'm retarded. I'm very retarded. I didn't realize it was muted. Sorry for that, ladies and gentlemen. Oh boy. So hello, hi Mario, hi Extreme. How's everybody doing? So I guess we can just finally go through everything because I was waiting to hear you now. Well, I put myself in backstage because I went to go get a drink. Yes, liquor. Because I feel like since I've been on a binger lately and I've been streaming constantly, I feel like drinking is the only way for me to cope with this shit. So, and I, obviously I have a free bottle of tequila in my house, so I don't really care. So, so I may as well go through it because it's probably never going to be drank. It probably will never be drank in my house. No, I think that's what we learned today. I guess that's one way to put it. We learned nothing, and nothing will move forward. I guess the goalpost is still where it's at, but the surrounding ground is completely dog shit. I think that's something we should cover. Maybe go into something. It's probably not going to be a long stream. Spider's back in the boy. I'm back on the boy. It's only for now. I think I learned that Boyd never ends. Yeah, Boyd never ends. Boyd is a circus. We go through circuit. It's like the economy. We have our highs and then we have our lows. You get it? Riding with low. Looks like, and we'll cover the low stuff. We'll cover evening spot. Hello, Hunter Head D. We'll even cover gamer. I think it's only fair to cover gamer as well. I think it's only fair to cover gamer. We have a lot of cover. We have a lot of covers today, and I hate myself. I love Kingdom Hearts. We do have a bit of covers here and there. Some opinions of mine. That I think is worth. I forgot. I don't even. Oh, here it is. In the case of. What the fuck did I just do? What the fuck did I just do? Okay. Yeah, it definitely doesn't want stream boy. It's for real. It's like, yeah. I just realized. So we'll cover the gamer stuff now. I think because that hasn't really been covered as much. I mean, Jeremy talked about it, but it wasn't like it did. Jeremy talk about it rather than a full-on coverage. Even though he's going to be repeating himself multiple times, where it gets kind of really fucking annoying. Let me the music in the background for myself. Because this is an OBS. And we'll also covered the Ruby apology. I think that's only fair. As well on that front. I think after that, I think we'll cover some of the low stuff. Hopefully, I should have it. Somebody actually sent me a copy of the low stuff, so I guess we can cover that in full detail. Shout out to Juno, So we'll cover that as in detail as well. So we have a lot. We just have a lot to cover. We have a lot more. We have a lot to cover in today's little download. There we go. There we go. I'm gonna go on panel talk shit out loud. Okay, so I think let's start with the gamer stuff. I think gamer finally got it in his head that what he was doing was completely wrong, and they was trying to help the guy out, but his own ignorancy. I'm down. Let's fucking go. Yeah, I think in the case of gamer, I think he let his own ignorance, his own stop being a keyboard puppet. I think gamer finally realized what he was doing wrong, and now realized that his actions had consequence. And I think he never realized that till now. I think gotta remember, like gamer and I come from the LCU, but we came from like two different cloths. Where I started to make my channel towards the end of the LCU. I'm pretty sure Gamer was constantly in the LCU for such a long time. He went to even LCW had come on a panel for. I already said I'm not into panels. I know Gamer also was into Becky Booth and all that shit. And maybe he found this sector to be where he can be himself and be more active and not have any consequence. Where I think like in the LCU, there's kind of that doesn't really exist, but in this case, it's like no, there's consequences. No, and it's probably because this is such a smaller community, but everybody know each other on a first name basis, like not like our actual first name, but on a like channel and all that. So it makes it. You went on the other day, what the fuck you talking about? So I'm pretty sure that's he kind of got accustomed to this. And again, I was trying to warn Gamer a number of times to take it easy, don't be a policeman, and now he kind of got what he deserved. Now Ruby did say that he's timed now for a whole week from her server, which I think that's kind of funny. Does that mean that she's not going to stream for a whole week? She'll probably be back tomorrow or Wednesday. She probably, even if she didn't work today, and I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt she did work. She probably said, like, I just want to be off. I don't want to look at this stuff, but you never know with her. She probably had people keeping things on tab. Oh, yes. Buzz streams are my favorite. Thank you, Martero. Did you hear Akeem made them sign contract on the contract? They can't talk about the LSU for 60 days if they leave. Ruby, no, that's the first I'm hearing. I don't want to get back into the LCU stuff, not simply as content for the channel, but just in general, because once I go back into that, it's a black hole. That's like if Boyd's like a black hole, but the LCU stuff and just the amount of drama and the amount of stuff that happened, it's like a super black hole. It's so fucking massive and so powerful. It's ridiculous. We make Gamer fall on his sword. Well, yeah, because Gamer is an easy. Okay, I know Ruby's call Gamer that he's autistic, so she gives him a bunch of slack. First up, I know a bunch of autistic people, both online and offline, who don't act like this. That's not an excuse. Where the fuck were just okay, Justin got a bunch of shit. Yeah, Justin masturbated on stream. I think that's confirmed. All right. Yeah, it's not equally as bad, but like where from her it's like you gave him a timeout. Okay, well that's the first step, but why didn't you just tell him like maybe don't focus on Boy, leave? I would have probably told him like, A, you can be a viewer, but like maybe don't interact on the panels anymore because you've gone overboard. Or B, maybe just leave the sector of the internet or sector of YouTube completely and do your own thing. This is what I would have told them. And I'm not really trying to hate on Gamer as much as other people, but it's also like you got to keep him accountable for like he overstepped his boundary. Going IRL wasn't cool, and we've seen what. And have we not learned? Have we not fucking learned that what IRL is like on Boyd? Have we not learned that with Ben Grace and Ruby, how they are with IRL? Have we not learned how this shit Gamer must be devastated? Self to what he probably is, because he's autistic. So his what is it? He's autistic, so his emotions are probably much higher. But since he's British, he's probably suppressing it like a Brit bomb. It's using the mentally handicapped as cannon fodder, but treating them with kid gloves. Essentially, yeah. Like everybody went at Justin, but it's like if you try to criticize Gamer, it's like you get shut down. Now the tables have turned. It's like, yeah, what Justin did was bad, but Gamer being the way he is, and nobody just. And I mean, there were people. I mean, let me make this clear. There were people, but it's like that didn't. No one stopped it till the end. And I'm gonna say it. And one of the main reasons I'm even streaming now is because I was the one that broke the story. right? If it wasn't, and I don't want to be self-centered, I don't want to be an egotist or a narcissist, and I really don't care. Justin got bullied. I feel bad for that guy. I think he did got bullied. I think there was a better way of handling dealing with Justin. I think there was a better way of dealing with Justin. Broke the story. I mean, well, I didn't break the story, but I was the one that talked about it for a good extra 30 minutes to an hour about it. Uh, I wasn't the one. Well, actually, well, think about it. TK was streaming on Kick, so we went over to watch it, and then you guys went over to like watch it with me, and some of you guys stayed there. I mean, it wasn't for you. Technically, it wasn't even me. I take back what I said. It was actually this chat. Chat, you guys were the one who broke the story. I was the dumbass who just repeated what you guys said, and here we are. Because I feel like if you guys didn't point it out and I didn't cover it, Ruby would have got away with it. Gamer would have got away with it. It's just and nobody's talking about that. Well, it was you. Yeah, but it was also chat telling me what was happening, right? Because I probably would have. I just went over to WC help. That is true. And then I think that's what I'm trying to get at. It's like gamer follow Ruby lead at everything all the time. Yeah. And I think that's something important to say. It's if this wasn't covered by me, if you guys didn't say it, so now it's supposed to trying to blame Martero, I would never blame Chad. You guys, I don't have the energy. I do not have the energy today. I'm sorry. I would spur Gal, but I don't have to. I think it would have spread either way. You were on the right place at the right time. But I think so on none. But I think it would have took. I think it would have took longer. It would have took longer for it to spread. It would have taken 2 or 3 days longer. And I think after those 2 or 3 days, people would have either forgot or they would have tried to like do damage control. And that's just the truth. Lo would have never known about it until way later, and depending on her response or reaction, she may or may have been more lenient. But we'll never know because in the end, there is no. I guess maybe the ifs aren't there. I would like to, but I drink. Maybe I will. No. I'm drinking liquor. I don't want to have a heart attack because I'm an alcoholic. Gamer's an overgrown kid. I think so too. I mean, I would say he's probably Gamer's barely even. I mean, Gamer's probably what high functioning autist. Like, again, I've met autistic people who have their life together, who have a job, that have a shit ton of have money for themselves, who have career, they have their own apartment, they have their own car, they have a wife or a kid or have a girlfriend. I met autistic people who and that's what I'm trying to get across. I think Ruby said like, well, I give him psychic. Like that's not an excuse, Ruby. Low function. Oh, he's low functioning autistic. I don't fucking know. I don't know. I feel like I should know the difference between. I feel like I should know the difference between low and high, but I'm not. I feel like that's something Gobbledygook would tell me. I feel like Gobbledygook would be the one correcting me. But I think like the way Gamer has his own place, but do you live in your own place? I do. I own my own house. I have actually celebrated 8 years of owning my own house. So yes, I do own my own place. I pay taxes. I thought Gamer lived with his mom. I don't know. I don't care if he lives with his mom. I'm gonna probably kind of defend him on this. I'm gonna defend Game. I don't care if you live with your mom or your dad. I really do not honestly care. Is it something I'm willing to defend Gamer on or anyone really? If you live with your mom or dad for whatever reason because it's convenient or maybe apartments in your areas are too expensive or you're trying to get your life together, I don't care if you live with your family. I honestly am probably one of the few people that would say that if you live with your family, I don't really care. Like I don't care if you live with your mom, as long as you like have a job, you do things outside of your life, that's fine. Or if you have to take care of your mom, like that's fine. I don't really care. I just want to make that clear because I've never had an issue. Like I'm sorry, I need to pop my shoulder blade. I met I've met, you know, males and females in their 30s, right? Some of them in their 30s, some of them in their 40s. They live with their family. Some of them in the same age as me. Like I don't really care. Gamer's the only one who has made a genuine apology and showed genuine remorse. I think so. I think so, but I think it took too long for him to realize. And I think that's his protectiveness is becoming possessive. Yeah. No simping in my chat. You know the rules. No simping in the chat. We don't like simpers. Gamer did kind of apologize, but I think I don't know. I think the British voice. I think he has such a low monotone voice. It comes off like, is he really apologizing or is he being sarcastic? But then again, I used to watch a lot of Sargon of Akkad, so I'm used to that type of voice, and he's prioritizing. No simping, Gia. You know the rules. No simping. No simping. No. We don't approve of simping. Do you think Gamer is probably the most dangerous person in reality? So it was a bogus apology. Is he apologizing to Ruby only, or why? I don't know. I watched too much Sargon of Akkad, and I'm not gonna lie, Raza as well. They show a lot of emotions, so I don't know. Maybe it depends on where English. I feel like Raza would correct me on that, but I got into the point where I like when the Englishman shows time of emotion. Sargon of Akkad and Raza has spoiled me too much, and Z Star especially spoils me. I hope they're doing good. I hope Raza and Z are doing good. On a side tangent, but Fars of the Dean. Yeah, I think he is trying to apologize and save face to Ruby first and foremost. It's just like, well, what do you fucking expect? He took a company and said he shouldn't have threatened to go IRL. Yeah, that's fair, but it took this. It's not even that. It's like the last week or two, the way he's been acting, the way he's been talking, the way he's been doing things, it's gotten too far. Gamer exile would be good for him. It's time for him to choose his dream. That's a good thing. I mean, like Justin or Chris a YouTuber, I don't think they should be in Boy. I think it's fine if they watch Boy from a distance, but I don't think they should get involved. You know what I mean? It's like you can watch something, but you shouldn't get involved. Like this, to stay away from, like, it's okay to watch it, but like don't get involved. Try not to get involved, especially for someone like Gamer who, whatever he's going through, I don't think this is healthy. And I think the way Ruby is as the person that does, cultivate this kind of stuff sometimes, it's not healthy for the guy. Let's watch this.
It's Gamer of the Damned here. Judging by the title, yes, I messed up again. It's about Jeremy and King. Basically, like I threatened to go IRL on them because they did some fucked up shit that I can't even talk about. They did fucked up stuff that I don't even want to talk about, so I'm just really sorry to everyone, and I'm really sorry to you, Ruby, if I'm putting like stress on your head or something. If I'm doing this shit to you, I'm really sorry. I really don't mean to put you through a lot of stress.
He kind of just repeats the same thing over and over and again. If Ruby actually had boundary, it wouldn't be as bad. I think as an alcoholic, I think that how can I say this? This is kind of directed to Ruby. It really is. It feels like it's more towards Ruby and less to the general audience. That's how I feel. And I don't want to tell him like you should probably maybe apologize if you're gonna believe he doesn't even think what he did technically a bad thing. He's just sorry he made Ruby look bad. No more cuddle for the hoarder. Sounds like his apology is fake too. That's just what I just think it's his voice. I'm gonna be like slightly lenient, but I also would say like I'm just gonna fucking say it. I'm gonna fucking say it. I don't care anymore. This apology it's more towards Ruby. Let's all fucking admit it. This apology is toward Ruby. And he's gonna say later on multiple times, he's gonna repeat the same and everybody was calling him out. Gamer, you're repeating the same thing. Gamer's not repeating the same. He could have done a fucking video. He could have done a fucking video. He could have done a 5-minute video, done it that way. That's all he could have fucking done. You could have done a 5-minute video of apologizing, even if it's fucking half-ass. You could have, if it was a half-ass apology video, you would have done better. You know why? Because unlike a live video or a live stream, people will catch you. He's a loyal friend to Ruby. First off, Gia, no offense. Are we all like he's a loyal friend to Ruby? He recognized he shouldn't have said what he said. He's the only one who takes account of. But after how long? Gia, if it wasn't for Chad and me covering the stuff from last night, do you think he would have taken accountability? Do you genuinely think that he would have out of the blue recognized? No, he wouldn't. And that's something people sound like it, but I don't know if Gamer fully gasped that it took Ruby and Gamer apologizing because they got caught and not really sorry. I think Ruby isn't sorry, but this is part of the cycle, as I said. If he was sincere, then he would apologize to TK, but his director, but no, he'd apologize. I think he should at least, even if he doesn't apologize to TK, he should at least apologize to his daughter. That is the most he can fucking do. Okay? You have to at least agree. The most he can fucking do is apologize to TK daughter for going this fucking far. And I'm not here to question TK parenting, because who fucking knows? SD, get your mag and send me a new pic, boo. TV. That would be a better time to spend. Low sound tickets, but I know if Gamer fully grasping taking Gia is a bot. King was right. So he's only remorse that his acts in factory, not how it affects the people he attacked. And that's what I'm trying to fucking get. And that's what I read it. It's only because he got blocked for a week. That's true, Stephanie. Extreme, yeah, probably. Oh my god, I hate him so much. Boy! I'll read it again. That would be better time to spend. You're right, LCW. You got caught. Simping! See if you think PDF jokes are funny and most people are too stupid to understand them. I really don't get why King Kid is being... The only reason King Kid got brought up was because they were trying to make a point to King about this. So what I understand. But threatening CP, and I mean, like, do we gotta go back to this morning? I have the screenshot. I took a photo of it, of him saying, well, even if I don't go CPS, someone else would. And that's okay. Fucking hell, I hate my life sometimes. Let me go bring these shit up. Let me go send it to myself. Because I can be an idiot. Are we going to ignore that? That he even said it he said it on live on Discord on my chat that, oh, well, I won't do it, but I'll have someone else. It's like, what are you implying? What are you applying? Right? What are you trying to apply? Right? What are you trying to apply, Gamer? What are you trying to apply? Let me see if I have the fucking... I'm pretty sure I took a photo of it. Okay, Okay. And that Jeremy was straight up revealing that Ruby said what she said about TK Deba Gamer is the problem. Wow. No. Straight Jeremy was straight up. I'm rolling it. They're all a problem. And that's the lesson. Everybody is a problem in their own right. Gamer overstepped his boundary. Ruby Point fucked up. We get what Ruby was trying to do. But for what she was trying to do, it fucked up so bad, it backfired. TK and Jeremy for being dumb simps, going along with Grace was disgusting. Everybody, and even fucking Deadman said it. They're like, come on. At this point, none of us are good people. He met someone else who wanted to call and came, but he won't. That's basically what I'm saying. Junk, you were there. And I found that even more annoying. It's like, dude, at least don't stop with this shit. Stop with this shit. And I mean, even fucking I'll give props to Low Key. At least he was trying to defuse, try to make sense out of this. Gamer messed up, but this isn't apology. Isn't this where we drop what Gamer said? What do you mean, Pitsky Poo? What do you mean, Pitsky Poo? Okay, give me a second. And then this is what also what I mean. If you're going to apologize to anybody, gamer parents gamer parents that's Manalore. That's Manalore, my bad. I'm not grossy. I'm not gonna call on him, but I'm just saying I'll just let someone else do it. It's not my problem. This is even worse. This shit has to. But I also remember that this is fucking Boyd. Are we not gonna forget the shit that's been going on for the last couple of weeks or the last year alone between Ruby and Grace? And my point is my point is don't go IRL because you don't know what's the showdown's going to be. Right? Don't. Right? And I was gonna say something that I don't want to say. He just said that Ruby is mad. Yes. Have we not learned about him breaking his keyboard? I mean, he apologized. Isn't that where we want him to do to make up for? Yeah, but at least he's gonna apologize. At least apologize. Not don't apologize to Ruby. Apologize at least to TK daughter for even bringing her up to begin with. That's what I'm trying to get at. It's okay, you're gonna apologize to Ruby. Fucking whatever. We get it. You're a simp. You're going to submit to the rooster cock. We get it. But at least apologize to his daughter. You don't need to apologize to King. All right? You don't need to for that. But at least apologize to his daughter for that. There was no need to bring her up when there was no need. And and I think that's where I'm trying to get across. That's what I'm trying to get across. Is that I think, and I'll say this, I think even if you wanted to bring up his daughter when you shouldn't, there could have been better ways of doing it. You could have done a hypothetical. You could have done comparison. There's a multitude of ways you could have done it, but they all kept choosing the worst way possible. And I think something I learned is, okay, I see what you're saying. It's not a great apology video, so I just got it. No. All he really does is apologize to Ruby. He apologized to Ruby. He says he's not gonna ever, speak to Jeremy or TK. But then people were bringing up, well, what if they're on Ruby panel? They're going to be on Ruby panel? Did you listen to? Yes, I did listen to his whole fucking stream, Gia. I even reposted it. Holy
I'm sorry that it stressed you out a lot, and you were right to time me out. Ruby, you were right to time me out. I don't blame you for that. I'm sorry that I put a lot of stress on you. And I'm sorry about yours and Lowe's relationship. We all do fucked up things when we hear about someone doing fucked up shit. we react really fucked up ways, and
But it shouldn't be that
what
way.
King
Like,
and
why?
Jeremy were doing with the Thorpes was absolutely disgusting. And it made us react in the way that we should not have been reacting.
Yeah, but it's only because you guys got called out by everybody. It was only because me and chat found out what you were guys saying. Then you came onto my stream. Then you came onto my stream during the call CPS. If it wasn't for all of that, right? If it wasn't for all of there would be no apology video. There would be no apology video. There would be no any of this. Let's just all fucking say it, right? We all know this is true. We all know deep down in our fucking mind that if it wasn't for me and Chad finding out what Ruby said about TK daughter, even if we, and again I'll say it again, even if we do understand what she was trying to do, it just would have been swept under the rug. And I think that's something that, like, why? And then I realized something. Boyd never changed. Boyd never changed. I wonder if this would happen if Ruby just let Justin whack off and panel instead of removing. That would be fucking hilarious.
Like, I should not be threatening to go IRL on people. I just got really mad about what they did.
Yeah, after I kept trying to tell you, and I would admit I was being a little bit of a belligerent asshole. I would admit I had my moment where I was being a bit of a belligerent asshole. But I was trying to help you out in that moment. I was at least trying to tell you, gamer, calm it down. I will, you know what? Decentralize. I'm gonna play that video. Because at least I was trying to, in that moment, calm him the fuck down and tell him, do not do that. Do not act like that.
Pussy.
Pussy. Careful.
Hold on. That's
Straight.
All right, let him talk. Let him talk.
Well, it feels like
I'm just going to
Weird.
report you to social services then. How about that, King?
Whoa, gamer.
everything I've ever heard you say in your life, homie.
How about that, King?
That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard you say in your life, idiot.
Why? Because what you did yesterday, is it, King? Go away.
Gamer, you're going too far now. You're going too far. It can't not be said that I at least tried to talk gamer down. But you know what? I'm being an asshole when I was trying to give the fucking idiot a heads up. All right? I guess I'm wrong, chat. Right? Well, maybe I'm not wrong. I'm being a belligerent asshole again. I apologize, chat. I need to calm it down. I gotta calm it down. But that's my point. Gamer, if you had a moment to yourself in that moment when I was trying to calm you down and have any sense of logic, you would have realized, wait a minute. Let me cool myself down. Maybe I had a point. Maybe what I said was true. Now you're going too far with this. You're gamer. Please, I'm begging you. I don't even dislike you, man. You're going out of hand. You're out of pocket for that. There's no need to go that far. What King did, he'll get what he gets. I ain't gonna lie about that. But you're not that person, gamer. You're not the police. There's no need to go and bring CPS. Thinking, can you please just, dude? There's no need for this stuff. Trying to call CPS because Ruby said fucked up shit to King. I mean, and the way he's acting, even it's and that's what I'm saying. It's like you had the opportunity. You had a moment, and I gave you that, and I was trying to give you that moment of like really back. Maybe you could have, even if, and again, I'm not asking you to apologize to King. You don't have to do that. I'm not gonna make you do that, but at least maybe apologize to his daughter or take back what you said in that moment, and you would at least save face. But you know, everybody, at least I'm willing to take an L. At least I'm willing to admit I'm not a good person. At least I'm willing to do that. I'm not gonna go and beg for an apology. I'm just gonna take the L and continue as I do. But I'm an alcoholic. I'm the fuck
It's on
whatever.
stream with Forbes, and I can't say what it is because it's absolutely disgusting what they did.
So people like gamer in the UK are handled with Kid Club their whole life. He has no understanding of any real consequence. I mean, that's sad. Then I think that's sad. Like I don't know. Gamer just used empty threat to try and hurt whoever he's defending Ruby from. He's just trying to put fear into them to get the desired result. But the problem is that Amarni's British. That makes more sense. But the problem is, like, you shouldn't be doing that, like, because you don't know who you're gonna fuck with on the internet. Like, Jesus Christ, boy, alcoholic, you gotta be an alcoholic. Hey, at least I can handle my liquor. At least I can handle my liquor. You know how many times I stream on boy? You know how many times I've streamed on here? Plastered and no one probably really noticed. That's how good I am with my alcoholism. Low Spud came to that conclusion is beyond. Well, how Spud came to that conclusion be what? Wait, me? What do you mean, Killer Tony? I'm retarded. I'm not British. Are we talking about Armani being British? I mean,
I'm not saying that.
I'm assuming he is until further notice.
I'm just saying that.
Yeah, I did forget it. But I mean, yeah. I was gonna say like, oh, that might be British. Well, he is British. Well, I was also gonna probably say, I mean, knowing Jeremy, he'll probably reveal where he works, and then he'll get fired anyway. So, our UK system keeps him sheltered for any real responsibility. The house he's living in, the food he's eating, everything is paid for by the government. Damn. You get fucked by the Muslims, and you get fucked by the. I wonder what Rod's opinion about this. Killer Tony, no, the fuck, I'm not. I'm black. You give me black and British.
I'm just saying.
That's kind of
I
true,
should not
Joe.
be reacting IRL, and
Marty ain't no red coat.
I reacted IRL, and she reacted in a way that I don't even want to talk about as well. So I'm going to talk about the improvements that I'm going to make going forward. So the improvements that I'm going to make going forward is I'm going to cut off contact with Jeremy and King.
It's going to repeat this a number of times. Just a heads up.
So I'm not going to interact with Jeremy and King anymore because I think it's best if I just cut them both out of the mix because of what they did, and I don't want to react to them doing this shit over and over again. No IRL ever. I'm not going to react IRL again. That's why I'm cutting off both King and Jeremy as well, because I don't want them to trigger me into reacting IRL by the shit they're doing. I am not going to have Jeremy or King on my panel again.
I mean, people did. I mean, people did bring up like, okay, but what if they're on Ruby panel? What they are, let's just admit that they are probably going to be on Ruby. I mean, hell, if Ruby was dead on not having Jeremy or TK on her panel, she should have never brought them on Celebrity Sunday. She should have at that moment made it very clear she doesn't want to interact with it, and so we're should have banned them off of StreamYard, banned them off of you on their comment section. I think that's one approach she should have done, but that didn't happen. TK said that ban, but immediately eased up.
I'm absolutely done with them. Those two.
We'll get into the Low and Ben conversation.
I'm cutting ties with Jeremy and King, so that's the improvement I'm gonna make going forward. I just think it's actually best to just cut contacts with King and Jeremy altogether. Like, I don't want you even want to watch their videos or their streams or even talk to them again. I'm just not going to have anything to do with those two ever again.
And he kind of
So
just repeats
improvements
this.
going
He
forward,
kind of
I'm
just
gonna
repeats
look
this
for
number
new
of times.
people and that
Just repeat
new
this. We have a benefit. We have a benefit. These people use called PIPs just for having anything from a little as anxiety or autism, etc. The government will give them a car, everything all paid out of. That's fucking retarded. I don't know Gamer what the fan of theirs to start with.
analysts.
I didn't even know. I thought Gamer just didn't like them, but he just tolerated them because they were just easy viewership to get. That's what I thought. But I also, and I've said this before a number of times, and I'll say it again. I don't, and I get Deadman assessment of me being a solo writer. It's sort of true. I think that is very valid because I've learned to separate what I do on the online and how I separate friendship. Like Jeremy, TK, Ruby, whoever I collab with are just collaborators. They're not my friend. I'm being very honest and nice about this the best way I can. If I collaborate with you, you're just a collaborator. Whether you like me or not, I don't really care, but you're just a collaborator in my eye. You're not really a friend. Like, I've only really met 2 of my online friends, and that's as far as I would say that those are my friends. But that's because I've known them for a year, and we actually got, we got to actually know each other, got to share our real name, our phone numbers, and everything. Just an honest fact, right? Low and Ruby, I would say that they're friends. I would say that they are more than just collaborators; they're actual friends. Game and I think as Gia said that gamers defend gamers Ruby. I don't think they are. I wonder if King would actually do a show on Ruby. That'd be fucking hilarious. But I don't think Keem really focused a lot on Boyd at all. I don't think Keem focused in this sector at all. If he did, that's funny, but I don't. I mean, in the past, when I did a lot of the LCU content, there was traction on coming through my way because of that, and it kind of trickled down from there. But I don't think that at all. Gamer, a former LCU, he followed his sector for great, but became obsessed with Ruby. They are such good friends. Low dropper when she said the N word. I mean, yeah, but Low did it I think Low did it out of principle. Low made it very clear that she doesn't fuck with that. I think she did it out of principle. I would say that if there's anything you can say, she did it out of principle. She did it out of for who she is, and you got to give her some type of respect for that. But if that man said maybe they'll be back at being friends in a week or two, I don't know. I don't know Low like that personally. I don't know if Low's gonna actually do that, but good on Low for standing up for it.
I just hope I haven't burned any bridges with people with what
Who do you burn bridges with? Who the fuck do you burn bridges with? Like, what the fuck are you talking? You're not that guy, Gamer. Get off your fucking high horse. It's like if I said I burn bridges with Sunny. I don't fucking know Sunny besides him being on my stream here and there. What the fuck is this idiot? I burn
done, but if I have, I'm sorry. I just don't want to. I don't mean to burn any bridges.
You didn't burn any bridges, you dumb.
That's why I'm cutting off contact with TK and Jeremy.
But by that logic, you burn bridges with them. The problem is TK and Jeremy don't give a shit. It's like they'll make fun of you, but they don't actually give a shit if you stop contacting them. Like that's something that you should know. That TK
don't do that.
TK doesn't give a shit. TK will probably forget who you are in a couple of days. Jeremy probably will remember you here and there, but just not give a shit. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Not ever again.
So I think he's kind of
Because
will
what they
bring.
do with Ben and Grace is what they do. I don't want any
Gotta
part
take
of
a minute
it.
before
I don't
Luna
want to
Cliff
even
goes
want
up.
to
I
see
heard
it.
the royal witchy stuff. I thought the Luna Cliff was. Oh, is it tonight?
I don't even want to know about what those two are doing and ever again.
Well, we'll get into the low stuff later because I actually have it on hand. We'll do the Ruby stuff next. I think that's a good next place we should start.
Can someone get Jeremy out my chat, please?
Pokemon Quest.
I can't deal with him right now. Mods.
But it's an entirely performance. We know that. We all know that. We all know it, and he's being called out for it, but it's probably not gonna do shit. We all know it's just a performance act, and that's what makes it so infuriating. Like, if you want to be sincere, apologize to TK's daughter as the most. No, not yet. I think if you're going to be sincere to anybody, if you're going to actually apologize, just apologize to King's daughter. That is the best you can do. I'm gonna hunt Pokemon Diamond and drink at the bar. I can't say shit because I've done that. I brought when I had a 3DS, I used to bring it at the bar all the time. You'd be surprised. It was a conversation starter. You'd be surprised how many nerds are alcoholics. A lot of nerds are alcoholics, and I don't blame them. I would be too. Well, I am a nerd, so I am an alcoholic. Nerd. Nerd. I think low cut.
I don't want any trouble at all.
Well, this is just going to repeat itself, so we're going to go to the next thing, which is obviously we're going to cover. I don't know why I did that. We're going to go to the next thing, and we're going to cover this, which is the Ruby apology, the Rooster. And you don't blame yourself. What a nerd. Ruska. Everyone needs to apologize to Idru, but she's innocent. You should be careful away from all this. How is he fucking innocent, Gia? Like, that's sweeping. Ruby isn't innocent. Ruby had multiple ways of dealing with it. Ruby had plenty of ways to where she could have got the point across. That's sweeping. I'm sorry, Gia. That's sweeping. Ruby isn't innocent. We need to stop acting like everybody here is fucking innocent. None of us are innocent. How? If anyone needs to apologize to TK daughter, yeah, I know that she should apologize to TK daughter. Yeah, but she didn't. Oh, okay, that's fair. That's fair, Gia. She probably should have made that. Wait, the daughter spot. All right, Lamaho. Well, now you know what? I'll take the L first. She should at least say it to King. To be fair, I think this is actually getting to me. I think boys finally whatever. I don't care. I'll take the blame. I fucking take the L. It's for you. Tony, 3 a.m. PS, 6 a.m. I don't want to get up early to go watch the Lunar Rewind next level tactic.
So people.
Hopefully this will be the end of my binge.
I'm just
No.
I just need to go get some Red Bull, but I just
I
feel
hope the daughter never
awful.
Probably.
I was trying to prove a point that by crossing a line, that there is a line, it's not okay to act like it's not okay to joke like that. And that's dumb because I crossed.
You can't become what you're against supposedly to make a point. It's about have fun covering these, Sunny. You're gonna have a field day with these.
The line by trying to make that point, and now I don't know. Lo just texted me, and I'm fucking heartbroken, dude. I just
Don't you worry. I have the low video on hand. So we'll cover the low video. We'll cover the low video after this. We'll have that on hand.
I was obviously not thinking very clearly, but I thought people kind of they knew with the context and like what I was trying to do, even though I did it poorly. Like I don't actually like Lo thinks I'm just full on like a racist now, and
Okay, to give some clarification, Lo did admit in her stream that she didn't think Ruby was racist. But sadly, I think the only reason Ruby was upset because of Lo cut tie. I genuinely do believe. I think she's manic enough to where the tears are real. It can go either way. I don't know if they're real or not. That's not me to say. Though I would say that I think they are kind of fake. But I would also say, like, yeah, I think she only did it because she was trying to save face with Lo. With it does suck to lose a friendship, but you should also know to not do shit like this. And there's really no excuse. And Lo did say that she didn't think Ruby was racist, though she did say later on that there was a bit of part of her that thought she could have been racist, but I don't think that Lo was probably looking for an excuse since she popped on Jeremy's stream. You think so? Maybe. The same crocodile she pulls on the dead brother comment from D-Dot and then fuck him away. That is true. That is 100% true. That is 100% true, guys. That is 100% true. And I think that's what makes me not believe her. Because, like, yeah. How many times did D-Doc says so many vile shit about her brother, and yet you fuck him down the line? That's... She let her emotion in every she let her emotion in every direction get the best of her. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. She clearly doesn't give a fuck. I don't know. Like, in my eyes, it's like it sucks to lose a friendship, but like you clearly said something racist, and you know Ruby is anti-racist, but then you pull this shit, and it's like, what do you expect? And Lo doesn't think Ruby is a racist at all. That's what makes it funny. That she's saying that Lo thinks I'm a racist, you know, Ro thinks that now. It's like Lo probably doesn't think you're a racist in that, you know, she probably thinks like deep down you're not a racist, but
I don't feel or see myself that way, but like, and I've never seen her as anything but like one of the best people I've ever met. It breaks my heart that like she has to now think that like I see her any other way. It just sucks.
I don't think she got any donation or money. She really lives in her own world.
And it's like, yeah, I can't say it. I apologize to TK and I tried to explain why I said it. I don't harbor any feelings, and it was crossing the line, fantastically crossing the line. I was over the top crossing the line to make a point.
Oh yeah. Oh no, Jeremy, it's constantly racist. I mean, if that's the case, then why the fuck did Lo go on? Well, I mean, if that's by that logic, right? Then why the fuck did she go on Jeremy if he's, you know, racist? But then again, I've said this before. I think this sector of the internet is sort of racist in its own right. You know, I would say that much. But again, I said it to Reddit, and I'm not trying to speak for Jeremy, but what the fuck do you expect from Jeremy? People have called Jeremy out on his racism so many times. But the problem is that Jeremy does not give a shit. Right? Jeremy does not give a shit. That's what I've been trying to apply. And that's not me trying to sweep. It's just me making an obvious statement that he does not give a shit if you call him a race. He feeds on him. He feeds on the controversial element of all of this stuff. And I don't understand how people never grasp that concept of Jeremy knows what he's doing when he says the N-word because he's trying to do shock value. Can it be a little cringe and a little retarded at times? Yes. And I think a lot of it's stupid. But it's like he knows how to get you people riled up easily. It's not excusable, but it's explainable. Who cares about race? A lot more people than you think. I mean, she doesn't need to keep a friendship with Ruby. It's a bit much for other reason. He's a loser bum. He's also just as hateful, loud. Yes, we all know that. We all know that. Yeah, we all know, and I'm pretty sure I've called out King for it about like you shouldn't let Jeremy treat you, but they know the game. They know that TK would take it, right? TK would take the punishment. Jeremy let the black man tell him to clean up apartment if the racism that specifically. That's fucking crazy.
which was retarded because I did, in fact, cry.
And I think that's the thing we have to learn is that it's a game. They're playing as fools or just fools in their hands. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what I can say. Is Mandalore Jeremy will probably die in Darwin Award type of deal, but if he makes it to Oli, yeah, he'll be a bomb in the corner and children fear. That's wild.
That's the line.
Have to go. That's
Anyway, I'm just super fucking bummed, dude.
all right.
Fucking Loki says there's context. Who cares? So did they. Yeah. It's not okay though. Lo shouldn't have to answer for all the like stupid shit I do online. I understand if she doesn't want to be associated with me anymore. I just feel
So, I played a wing. Ruby isn't sorry for what she says. She's sorry that she got caught. Guarantee she would have been crying upon if she didn't get the blowback. She's so. Yeah, I would say that. I would genuinely say that as well. I think, and that's what I was trying to say earlier, that if she did not get caught, like I'm sure Spicoli is now. Spicoli's still alive. I also noticed how her apology is still her trying to be the victim. Well, she's not the victim. Right? If anyone the victim is TK's daughter for being dragged into this whole mess. That's the only real victim in all of this. The victim isn't Jeremy, TK, Ruby, Gamer. None of them are victim. They also be held accountable and held to the same standard. And I'll say it a million times. Is that the difference is Ruby acts like she's better than them and nobody wants to call it out. Right? That's what I'm trying to be saying is. We know Jeremy and TKs are pieces of shit, so we're gonna call them out for being the pieces of shit and being idiots. Why the fuck? We all fucking know that. But Ruby, who has said constantly for weeks, for months, that she's better than Ruby, that she's better than Grace. I'm better than Grace. I'm hotter than Grace. I'm sexier than Grace. I'm better looking. I'm smarter than Grace. Are you? You may as well stoop to the same level. Again, even we understand what you were trying to do. You're not as smart as you think. And I'm gonna call out Jeremy for that. I think would Grace and Ben pull the same thing? I think they would. I think Ben and Grace would have done something similar. They would have worded different. I think Ben and Grace would have worded what Ruby did way fucking different. I would say that they would have worded things different just so they could get away with it. I would say, Spot, have you read her chat? People call her out. No, I've read it. No, people have called her out, but they don't call her out enough when it needs to be called out. That's what I'm trying to apply. People don't call her out when she's being like. I guess if you want to use the word narcissist, when she's being narcissist about her being better than Grace, is she better than Grace? Not really. Not that from that far. You know? And the problem with that gobbledygook, how many people have been banned for giving Ruby actual constructive criticism? Quite a few, actually. But then she plays it up, cries a bit of vex. This is the fucking cycle I've been saying. She only recently been more. That's what I'm saying as well, Killer. It's only been recently. But you know what she was doing? She was banning people. From what I could gather from you, from like Plato Wing, Sunny, and other people, that she does have a tendency to ban people when shit like that happens. All right? Like, if you're going to say you're better than Grace, maybe don't say it out loud. You know what do they usually say? Maybe don't say things out loud. you know, like in the end, I don't even dislike Ruby, but it's like it gets tiring. Intelligent one can see right through her performance. Also, she loves Low so much, but someone screenshotted her shit talking low earlier. Yeah, I'll get it to that. I was been on site last Sunday. I was just happy to have been vindicated before leaving this sector. I hope you have a, you know, if you are leaving it permanently, you know, I hope you have a good life, Plate of Wings. I do, you know, I hope you have a good. But I would also say that I do think Ruby does get trolled quite a bit, but I think she also has a bad tendency of not knowing what is troll and what I invite any of you to count positive to negative comment then. All right. It's probably more positive than negative. I would firmly believe that. Maybe now she's going to probably have more negative comments or lead to more criticism until later on she's going to slowly suppress them one at a time. Right? I'm just saying. Right? You know, you got to let the good and bad comments go through. You gotta let. And I guess we can also look at that as well. And I think her reasoning was just very stupid. I don't know why the fuck you did it. I guess we can talk about it as well. Because I guess to some people, that's a bit of a snaking. Thank you. Sunny is because he speaks to doors. He tried to get people to pick a side. I've said this already. Picking sides in this sector doesn't work out as always. So let me see if I can actually fucking see it. There we go. So this is what we were talking about earlier. Ruby going for low for even being on panel with Ruby. And somebody screenshotted this from us, but I feel like you want her to take criticism and change because of it. Yes! That's what I've been trying to apply. If you're going to say that you're better than the Dorps, take the criticism. Learn from this. That's what I'm trying to say. Can she do it? Maybe. I would admit that I am quite cynical about life and a lot of things. So maybe I'm just kind of jaded. But maybe because when I'm on the internet, I'm more jaded than if I'm online. But can she change? Yes, the possibility is there. She can change. She can get better. But only if she starts to listen to the criticism when I feel like they're valid, right? When people feel like when they're calling her out, people, and when I mean calling her out, like, and even among you guys, you have to be willing to call her out constantly for her to, because sometimes people don't get it the first time around. People have to learn the third or second or fourth or fifth or sixth time for them to learn. But this is what Ruby said. I feel sick. She's linking up with an actual PDF to cancel me for, right? Very strange. But first up, Low wasn't canceling you. This is not true. Low is not canceling you. Low has even said she's not for cancel culture. She doesn't want to cancel you. She still loves you. If anything, Low whole response to all of it was on brand for Low for who she is. Low, I would say this. Odd joke is pretty putting it lightly. Yeah, that is true. Low wasn't linking up with Ben. Ruby just feeling sorry for. That's what I mean. It's like, Spud, I may reach out to you privately in the future. Got you, Plate of Wingies. Who the fuck is that 100%? And I mean, I feel like this is a bit of a snake inning. Like, I feel like, first up, Low didn't even want to be there. Okay, Low even says he didn't want to be there on panel with Ben. She said it a few times, but Jeremy, I would admit that Jeremy has a bit of a charisma to him. Jeremy has a bit of a charisma to him that do get people to kind of talk to other people when they shouldn't. I would at least say that much. So I knew Ruby we all knew she wouldn't like it. Lo doesn't think Ruby is a racist. She already said that in her stream. Oh, bullshit. No said gobbledygook. Hard disagree. Well, you know what I'm trying. You know, it's been interesting, right? You have a good one, Blade of Wings. Hard disagree. Well, you know what I'm trying to get. Jeremy and Charisma don't belong in the same. Well, I mean, it takes a bit of charisma to get Lo to talk to Ben. It takes a bit of charisma. It kind of, if not charisma, take Occam Razor. Maybe. The cruise ship never set sail. I mean, I don't think Ben was okay. But like I said, I'll keep the archive there for you another. Thank you. Yes, I will keep a close look at the archives. Thank you a lot, player. When Nick Producer Ben was under Grace's account. That is true, but we all kind of knew that was the case. We all knew that. We all knew that. For some weird reason, I think Ben and Grace is separated, but then not. That's what I keep thinking lately. But I like to cope. I like to cope. Ruby going for like again. They're not linking up. They're not hooking up. Yeah, they low blush, but I think if you want to really say it, I think Blow maybe has like a response. Like there's some women they blush even if it's just like a simple compliment or it's like even that they conversate. That sometimes is like a nervous trick. A nervous tick, right? That is a nervous tick in some people. Ruby has been spiraling since D-Dog. The D-Dog they got her fucked up. D-Dog they got her fucked up. The dog they got her fucked up. That sounds horrible. You can say, oh, I was gonna say something horrible. It was probably nervous laugh. That's what I was thinking. I don't really think it was Ben really rizzing her up. I think it was more of a nervous laugh or like a nervous tick. That's, like I've seen that before with some women. God damn it, Jeremy. I would like to say that much. I would like to believe that much. But again, odd joke. It wasn't an odd joke. Russell, you could prevent all of this. Ruska, don't prevent all of this. Content. Very strange. Again, one more time. Lo doesn't think you're a racist, and Lo wasn't trying to cancel you. There's just so much fucking all this content is because of me. I mean, technically it was because of me. Well, it was because of me, actually, Jeremy. I was the reason this story. It was actually me in chat that broke the story. So, you know, it was actually because of me in chat. Watch me win. Jeremy. Yeah, yes, it's all about Jeremy. Hello, Ruska, 420. Well, again, maybe we're canceling her, but I think we're just trying to, I don't know. I just, you don't understand what I'm building. God damn it. You both sound ridiculous. I mean, you gotta be kind of ridiculous if you're on Boy. I don't even have background music. Fuck you, Jeremy. But my point is, you know, I meant if you've been there for Ruby. I meant if you've been there for Ruby. Are you applying that low what's canceling Ruby? Because I don't think he was trying to cancel stuff, fellas. Hello, fellas, fellow heteros. Hello, Richie. Hey, Richie, it's been a while. I don't think Lo was trying to, because like the way Lo handled all of this stuff, I don't think Lo sent me money, trust the plan. I don't think Lo was really trying to cancel Ruby. I think she just wanted to separate herself from all this shit and everything. I think that's Lo, and I think Lo was trying to stand up for her own principles. But when we look at something like this, it's like, what the hell? Come on, Ruby. She's not trying to cancel you. She doesn't really think you're a racist. She just thinks that what you said with offhand that you should have never gone that far. That's all what it came down to, and that's how you lost your friendship. I don't. Yeah, I think Tissy is lying for no reason. And she's not linking up with Ben. She's not going to meet Ben. She has no plans to meet Ben. This is a known thing. It's so fucking tiring. Get a job, Jeremy. A real one. Quit playing high school teen drama on the internet. You're not the Ezlor you think you are. Who cares about Ruby? Lo always kept her distance since Ruvalo. I guess that's a fair point.
Behind the scenes, but you know, just for now, we're gonna put up this little banner and we're not because we don't do this. We don't.
Okay.
Situation has to do with Ruby, Jeremy, TK, Gamer the Damned, and a whole bunch of other people that I have no idea where this even conspired from, but we're gonna get into it. So I tune into Jeremy's stream and I see that, you know, they're talking about me in there. I see that, you know, someone says, oh, Lo's going to be devastated when they hear about what's happening to Jeremy. Listen, Romeo, Zoro, that's why you're getting blocked, sir, because we don't do this. We don't support no N towers. Thank you. No N towers, but you're blocked. Anyways, they were talking about me and they were like, oh, Lo's going to be so devastated by what Ruby did and blase. So I decided to just pop in the chat like, oh, hey guys, I'm here. Like, what's happening? And they're like, oh, well, did you hear about what Ruby said last night? And I'm like, no.
I can explain that. So the reason why Lo got her stream taken down wasn't because of anything dealing with Ruby. The reason Universal Joan actually explained it to me. And he's the reason why I said, how long would this one like? Can you make it more than a week? Oh, my bad, Alex. You never knows any. Universal Jones told me that, well, if you're on Universal Jones channel server, they kind of said that it got taken down because people were flagging it. It wasn't actually because of anything dealing with Ruby. It just got flagged from like people. And not from this area, not from this sector. It got flagged from oh my god, my brain is so fucking shot. It got flagged from people from the CT community and all that shit. Can I be mod? Maybe Ruby would flag. No, Armani. No, Armani. It was not flagged by Ruby. I will make this very clear. Ruby did not flag this. Universal Jones told me that it was not flagged by anyone from the sector. It was from a different sector. Kitty Trap House. Why? Okay. Yeah, I want to make it very clear before this spreads. I'm going to shut it down now. Ruby did not flag this, okay? It was not flagged by Ruby. It was flagged by people from CT community or someone from that sector, at least. To make that very clear.
Someone explain to me, please, what's going on.
Nobody I was really giving the clip by Universal
to me in full detail what was going on until I got into Discord. So I'm in Universal's Discord, and Spud, actually, shout out to you, Spud, tagged me in a video which I have not yet watched, and I don't know if I'm going to review it in the stream because you guys know me. I'm not the type of person to review other people's content and like what they had to say and just drama all like that.
No, I just want to make it clear.
It is a personal close friend of mine. You know, my interest is a little bit piqued, so I do like to know what's going on. So maybe it just depends on how the stream goes if I'm going to review the videos that people tagged me in. But where the fuck was I? So basically,
how did Universal know who flagged what? He just kind of told me.
Anyways, after seeing what I seen in Discord, that people were bringing my name into it, you know, Ruby's racist, Ruby said this and this about children and a whole bunch of shit, I decided to text Ruby and ask her what was happening. And she explained the whole situation to me about, you know, the context, why she said what she said, you know, what point she was trying to make. And to me personally, I don't really care what context it was in. I don't care what someone was saying, if it was vile, if it was demonic, if it was evil. I think... Oh, shit. Guys, I'm getting text behind the scenes. Hold on. Guys, just let you know beforehand, if this stream drops, it's because people are down to that level of the point that you're trying to make. You know what I mean? And I just thought it was very inconsiderate with us being friends. And she knows that, you know, whether I'm black, half black, mixed, you know, regardless, that you shouldn't say those type of things to people if that's not what you are, you know, what your values are, or what your morals are. You know what I mean? So I kind of just let her know that, you know, what I thought she said was very just vile and disgusting. And I absolutely still love her. I love the person that she is. I love the friendship that we had, but I just don't want to be
Thanks, Tony.
associated with someone
I like my
who can say
35
things like that, even if it is a joke. And that may be wrong. I don't know. You know, chat, let me know if I'm in the right or the wrong. But regardless, I feel how I feel. And it doesn't mean that I hate Ruby. It doesn't mean that I wish any ill will on her. I literally still hope the best for her. As you guys seen, I went and seen her multiple times, helped her out, try to help her out with her mental health and everything. I try to be the most genuine friend that I possibly could be to her. And even though she didn't do something directly to me, it still felt just like a betrayal towards me, because if you're supposed to be my friend, you're not supposed to have those type of comments towards another Black person, another mixed person, and especially the children part. Like, I don't even really want to get into the child part, because like, to me, like, that's the type of shit that is going to get my stream striked. But it was a lot. It was a lot. And I still have yet to go over all of the messages and the things that Ruby has said in, I guess it was King's Kick or something. I'm not exactly sure on all of the details. But while we're just sitting here, I am going to be reading them on my phone. And I'm not going to say them out loud, but I just want to give you guys my raw reaction to the things that were said in King's Discord. Or not Discord, but Kick, okay? So give me a second to pull it up, and you guys will I'll go through it, but I'm not going to read anything out. So give me a second. And while I'm doing that, you know, shout out to the chat. Make sure you guys hit the like, of course. Let me see what you guys are saying, so I can fucking shut this shit down right the fuck now. You guys are literally all in here. Darius, shout out to you. Thanks for tuning in. Keep the banner. No one wants to see your face. Yeah, honestly, if you don't like me anymore or you don't support me anymore, then please just get out of the chat. I don't want to see it. Like, I did nothing to you. You have no reason to fucking hate me besides what, me ignoring you. I live my own life. I have my own life. I can do that. I owe no obligation to anybody.
She kind of goes on
Once
this whole
Jeremy, Ava will be attacking 40 ill will.
she kinda,
Guys, we're not listen, we're not being fucking.
I forgot, like, she kind of reads chat. One of my only thing about it, but this is her stream, so who cares? That she kind of just reach and learn low dim piece. Yeah. My only, she's so less than 3 figures, yeah. My only thing about this stream is like she kind of reached chat for too long than she had to.
Halo newsflash, every crash out like oh, please just come in here. And I don't know whether I want to say online once on CT show and Grace one time. It just like, it's like, yeah, right now I'm not showing too much emotion, but I am sad inside. Like, I was crying about it, and I didn't want to cry on stream, so I got that over and done with, of course. Oh gosh, Low is the worst friend. I guess I can be sometimes. Ruby's comments were vile. Now your only friend is Mooncake. Well, world class, I wouldn't necessarily kind of say that either, because shout out thing, but you were like setting a friendship, like still care for her, but
okay,
like I have very like foundational morals that I like to keep in place and stand on. So once someone kind of passes that boundary or those lines, even if I do love them, I just can't.
So let's hear that again.
You know, this shit is not real. You know, we just have this online friendship. Like, I have very like foundational morals that I like to keep in place and stand on. So once someone kind of passes that boundary or those lines, even if I do love them, I just can't associate myself with you anymore. Get crack. I'm crying too. Like, guys, listen, I actually was crying. Like, you guys wondered. I seen somebody comment, like, oh, of course, this person's late because of who they are. First off, fuck you. You're trying to make a racist joke. But no, I was late because I'm trying to fucking gather myself together. And I'm like, damn, I don't want to say too much. I don't want to, you know, put her business out there too much like that because I still care for her. But at the same time, I want to let people know like how I feel about it because people did want to know how I felt about it and where we kind of stand at this point. So BB, shout out to you. Hello, Darius. Hello. Josh, thank you. Says I like your stream. What about you saying chink so many times? Native QT, we can always admit I've definitely said chink, but I always.
So I think this is one thing that people brought up about her. Is it a racist slur? Yes, it is. It's a very classic racist term towards particularly Chinese. I believe it was used against Chinese, and then it became just a regular term towards anyone that was Asian. But I believe that it was first used on the Chinese in the West Coast from Americans. It is a racist term, but I also know that like chink is also used as a way of saying, like, you know, chink in the armor. I like to think that she first heard, yeah. I don't. It's one of those weird things where like, because again, the phrase "chink in the armor" or chink in the armor" is a phrase. It is a phrase that people use, but people don't mean it in a racist manner. But the way she's saying it so casually is like, is he? Yeah, you know, I can't say shit because I've said the N word. So to me, this is one of those like, yeah, it's a racist slur against Asian people. I feel like you should have known that, but I'm also like to think that she's naive and not. No, she doesn't. Wait, what do you mean? What did go work a corner? I don't think Lo is. I don't think she's. I doubt Lo has ever heard of chink in the armor in her entire existence. I'm just giving her at least the benefit of the doubt for this once, but then I realized, even then, I'm like, it's like Lo, come on! Like people told you what that word means. People told you what that word means. You kind of can't. Everyone's racist. Yeah, I know everybody's racist. I know everybody's racist, Raska. I know that for a fact. We all have our biases. We all have our preference. Let's just admit that. I just think in this situation, I think Lo should just have not said it. She should have like, yeah, but she should have been saying, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, come on, Lo. You gotta give her a slap on the wrist for. Don't say it like that, Lo. Don't say that, please. Come on, Lo. People tell. I'm not racist. I don't think everyone is racist. No, but we have our preference. We have preference in things. I'm just saying that in this instance, saying the N-word doesn't make you racist unless you're an SJW, which Ruby just converted to. Oh God, I'm telling you, Lo lives with a half-white guilt. Bro, she said it in the wrong way. I'm not gonna ask her to apologize. I'm not gonna. I don't know. I don't have that energy right now. I'm just saying, like, Lo, come on, Lo sweeping. Maybe I am sweeping a little bit for Lo this time. Nah, fuck it, Lo. Come on, Come on, we told you what the word chink means. Fucking Get Cracked told you during Rubelo. Come on, Lo, come on. Oh, God damn it, Lo. It's just, I'm not big. I'm not, listen, I don't think Lo should have said that word, but I don't think she's racist. I don't think she's necessarily racist either, but I also think that, Radio, are you saying the word higher as Chiefs? Chefs. I don't think she is, but I just think that I think she's, if she knows and loves Ruby, then she should. Okay, wait. Weaponize. God damn it! I hate this. I have to remove this real fast. If she knows and loves Ruby, then she would have known her heart and that she didn't mean her comment maliciously, and that Ruby loves Lo. This is dumb. It is.
To my chinks, if you guys want to consider that
God damn it.
racist, cancel me. I could give less fucks. Honestly, I don't really.
At least she's honest about it. I just think it's just so fucking funny because people were kind of blown on this. I'm like, I like to think she probably heard the word chink because she's from the South and maybe they mean it like in a different way. But also I'm like, no. I don't. This content is you failing, Jeremy. Even then, it's just a fascinating character. Quantum Epic 1720. Donating it counterintuitive. Ruska, how about you donate to my Cash App? I want wings.
Really
Want
care. I'm
some
not on
wingies.
YouTube anyways. I fuck with Asian people, obviously.
Low wifey
but
material.
To me, it's not that big of a deal. To some
No
people, I guess
simping.
it is.
No
Shit.
simping.
Do you want to ride on my motorcycle? That sounds like a trick.
I didn't realize
I'm gonna
it.
say no.
I didn't realize that was Darius the whole time.
Because, I mean,
Okay.
Jennifer says, Lo, you're an excellent judge of character and you absolutely should trust your instincts. Early on, you knew instinctively D-Dog was off and you're right to
Uncle
be
Jo-
disappointed in Ruby.
you're
Well, Jennifer, thank
slow,
you. I
slow.
appreciate it. And yeah, I think we all know that D-Dog, if you're watching this,
What's
shout
your
out to
Cash
you, but
App?
also fuck you because even
Cash
after I
App
was
is
off of
called
YouTube,
like I
somebody
see.
sent me that fucking video that you did on me.
Oh, I feel like I'm developing autism
about
watching
one of
these
my last
streamers.
streams. I was just sitting in the car showing off my
Yeah,
dark,
you had
dark Funko
autism,
Pops and
Mandalore.
shit. And you
My
were
little
fucking
Mandy.
making
Mandy.
fun of how like kiddish I am or something. Like, I give a fuck about what you have to say, sir. You live with your parents at 28. Like, come on now, don't play with me.
Come on, don't play with me.
This and Lalo, this is why people don't like you. This is weird.
That's fucking.
This is weird, and I doubt it. I doubt it. Come on, times like a younger person can't is.
I forgot the whole.
And Ty.
I kind of forgot throughout this whole thing. Loki was trying to tell Ruby, trying to tell Lo to talk to Ruby. They did beforehand. It's kind of that point. It's like, kind of running. You're kind of running it. You're kind of like they already did. There we go.
It says it's weird, but I do see Ruby's side, and I do want to say that too. Like everything that Ruby explained to me, I absolutely do agree with. Hold on, let me finish my sentence. I'm trying to gather my words together. I agree with her wanting to make her point understood by bringing in another, just variable or something that can compare it to. But that was the wrong comparison. That's what I have to say. That's what I had to say.
I think a lot of people agree what you're trying to say.
Lo, you are making the correct decision. W Lo, what's the context? I'm genuinely curious. Rusty, I kind of went through it all, but just to shorten it up, I am no longer going to be friends with Ruby. I don't hate her. I absolutely still love her, but things will just be different now because of some things that she said that pertained to younger adults, other people, and that I don't want to get too much into it, honestly. And why don't you talk to her? Loki asked, and I did talk to her before I even did this stream. I texted her, we talked about it, and I actually wasn't even going to do the stream until she went live and
It's so middle school. Yeah, it is.
like started explaining her side of the story. And, saying that she was sorry to everyone and sorry to me. And it just compelled me to do the stream more because even in her stream, she said that I thought she was a full-blown racist and, thought these things that I thought of her. And those things just necessarily weren't true. So I just wanted to get my side of the story out because I knew regardless if I stream today, if I stream next week, if I stream next month, you guys are going to come up here, ask me about the situation. So I'm going to have to talk about it. So I'd rather just be one step ahead and do the shit myself. You know what I mean? a 36-year-old should be able to communicate better. And I do agree with that. But like I said, you don't know everyone's life. You don't know everyone's fucking just pace they go at in life. So I don't know. Maybe I'm too naive. Maybe I'm too forgiving. Maybe I'm too like giving grace. But that's just the type of person that I am. Like,
I think that kind of proved my point that I don't think Lo didn't think Ruby was a racist, but obviously, correct. This is middle school, and but her eyes and sped student isn't a sped student. Yeah, I'm hurting. So
everybody is different. Casual racism is perfectly okay. I'm not gonna say yes or no. We're just gonna pass that question actually. Self-control issues was in the physical attacks of the unhinged comments that gave you the idea. I don't really know what you're saying, sir. If Moon got 14K in New York, Lo could have. Hey, please, like cake. Go love on Mooncake, sir. Cholo, shout out to you. Lo, Ruby was acting. Is Ruby low-key racist instead of full-blown? I don't know. I don't know. And these are hard questions for me to ask because the Ruby that I know in my head is not racist. She treated me as an equal. She never gave me red flags. She treated me with kindness. But what I have seen from online makes me obviously think a little bit differently and just look at it different. So I don't know how I want to answer that question. But to me, she always treated me as just another regular person, as a good friend, and that's it. Like, I don't know. Pranza, shout out to you. I appreciate you. Guys, I'm still so far up.
Bro, why are you asking these weird questions? That's a funny one.
Russell, shout out to you. Thanks for tuning in. Get crack. I did talk to Ruby. Loki, I did talk to Ruby. Semi. We could have talked more, definitely, but I don't know. I don't know where I stand right now with it. Cena Ray, shout out to you. Alex,
It's more common than you think, but I think you understand that. I think for the most part, it illustrates what do we learn from all of this shit? Nothing. We learned nothing. We learned nothing from this shit. Although I have no idea what to think. I don't either. Later on, she would say she's not canceling Ruby. She states it obviously in her stream that she's not canceling Ruby. That she does everything is fucked up. That she doesn't think Ruby is a racist. She states that already. We didn't learn. Yes, that's what I was saying. We learned nothing. I love dancing on the sun. What we learned at Poke was clearer than Jeremy. And I think for the most part, I think we are all caught up with everything. I think that's really what I wanted to focus on. Obviously, we can talk about the whole Lo and Ben stuff, but that was already covered by Deadman. I just wanted to get through it and make it clear that Lo isn't really calling Ruby much of a racist and that she isn't counseling her, but they're just not friends anymore. And that's what I was trying to point. We went through that. I think both Ruby and Gamer are only not really apologizing, but it's really more a performative act. If anything, Ruby is more sad that I would never bang Ruby too old. No damn. The butthole woman who was an annoyance, a real downer. That's yeah. And that in the end, everyone needs to calm down except Amarni, because stream spies. I mean, I think for the most part, all of it has died down. I think probably what's tomorrow? Tuesday and Wednesday. I think a lot of it will just die down completely. I think this is probably the end point of it all. I just want to cover the last of this stuff because I've been covering this stuff because again I was the one who Chad and I found this stuff out and it went from there. Right, I already did my morning stream talking about the stuff we found earlier. Right from the night during that whole night. Yes, everyone needs to calm down and get off the internet. Essentially, yeah. What's it do from the Virgin Island when we need him? What's his name again? Pyro? They'll call me a simp. Oh, dancing. Sunny called you a simp. There you go. So, I mean, nothing was learned. Nothing would probably learn from any of this. A lot of it was all performative. You don't call him a simp? Dancing, they called you a simp. Okay. Never mind. I don't really give a shit because Ruby and Grady know I'm not a simp. Hello. I guess that's fair. Simp punk. Never mind. You got Napster going. You just slander me. I don't give a fuck. I apologize, Sonny. I apologize. What do we learn? What do we learn from this? What do we learn from all of this? Nothing. Nothing was learned. This is all going to repeat itself in 2 weeks at the minimum. We learned nothing. I've said this already in my my stream from a night. You're simple. You were honest and a gentleman. Thank you. We learned nothing. Nothing will be learned. Nothing will be gained. Nothing will be lost. It's just a whole. Yep. Nothing will change. The status quo will return back in a day or two. Ruby will do her rigmarole. Some people will fall for it. Some people won't fall for it. Jeremy and TK are going to do their rigmarole with Grace and all that. It's going to repeat. It's a game of who fucks up the hardest in the end. It's always comes down to the last minute. It's always down to the last. That's where it probably counts the most. Right. What it probably counts the most that in the last, it's always no lesson learned. Yes, the lesson is that there is no lesson. There was never a lesson. The lesson is that we're all fucking idiots. That in the last minute is when it counts. Ruby had an opportunity, fucked it up. Said I'm not a hypocrite. I said and done things I'm not proud of. How can I judge Ruby and Grace? Huh? Okay. Okay, yeah, wild stuff. Yes. Yes. I don't think. I think it's a dance. I think you're getting the wrong. I don't. But I will destroy Sims. Never go there, fellas. She is the problem. But whole eyes. I mean, I'm not denying it isn't a big deal, but again, nothing was learned. This is probably people. As somebody said, this was probably going to be forgotten in a day or two. People are going to move on, and then it's going to repeat again. And people are going to use this as ammunition, and then the cycle's going to continue. Then I'm going to have to drag my ass out from my retirement and stream again for 2 or 3 days, and just be like, "Yep, the cycle repeats itself." Is Ruby going to get better? I hope people get better, but I'm a cynical old man, so no, I don't think people could get better if you spend a lot of time here. So we learn Jeremy to Chomo. We learn Jeremy to Chomo. We learn TK. TK is always, but you can do it. It's TK the simp. Every time something goes down, people act like it's the end of the world. Yeah, but then it's. I'm not taking Jeremy's side when I say that, but he did make a point about people being hysterical. But I would also say, to be fair, Jeremy, you kind of did start this shit. So, are we all being hysterical? Yeah. But then again, what are we fucking doing on here? You think people would watch me stream Snipe Ruby? Yeah. There's always a market. There's always a market, Sonny. It's always a market for sniping. Remember, there's always a market for something. There's always, but you're wrong. It's over for Jar. I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm sorry, Gobbledygook. I don't want to be a cynical man. I don't think it's over for him. Only way for it to be over for him if he pulls this shit again in another 2 or 3 days. That's all. That's just an honest fact. It's not. You know how many times people have said that it's over. He better try to keep that job. Probably. I hope he does. You know, how many times they said that he's going? How many times did people try to cancel him? And it really amounted to nothing. Yeah, I would say that. I would happily watch it in chat, but I'm banned. Hey, there's always the market of stream sniping. I just don't have the energy to stream snipe Ruby. Dot on Z8. Yeah, that's a good question. I should probably get a switch soon. But you know, that's the truth. Jeremy doesn't give a fuck about anything. It doesn't matter. Combined with his brain and back. Yeah, but I didn't understand, and I said it already. Jeremy doesn't care enough. Jeremy, unless somebody goes in IRL, which I'm not advocating for. I want to make it clear I'm not advocating for IRL. He's not going to change. No one cares enough about him to actually hold him accountable or fully counts. That is true. That is true. You're ending it, but yeah, I'm gonna probably end it in a bit. I think I ran the course, and I think I can take a break or two. I'll probably, if Ruby streams tomorrow, I'll see how things play out from there. If it's worth responding to or not, I'll see from there. If it's worth responding, I would say if it is worth responding to, then not. That is a horrible take. You should take that back. That's a horrible take, Sonny. Fire Red and Leaf Green are good games. That is a horrible take. But yes, yeah. I do believe that, yeah, there's not a lot of care to keep him accountable. Plus, Jeremy is such a small, though his YouTube channel is growing, so maybe that would change down the line. But, you know, we'll see what happens. You know, we'll see what happens with everything. He's doubling it. That's what I mean. That's what they do, Scobbly. Okay. I'm gonna end it off. I'm probably gonna alright, I'll peace out, go streams by Taker. Yeah, I'm probably gonna our cap. Your cap. I'm probably gonna get some sleep. I think we've done everything since you was big. That's a hard I can argue Pokemon. That's true. Till next time, ladies and gentlemen. I'm finally gonna get some sleep. Probably gonna wake up in 3 hours anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Till next time. Capital S. Spadoo.